top of the head shit. Y'all know I don't write none of my shit. It's that pain music. If you're going through it, sing along. Sometimes I feel like you don't love me for real. Sometimes I feel like your love just ain't real. Sometimes I feel like, bitch, I don't belong here. Sometimes I feel like, oh, yeah. Sometimes I feel like your love ain't real. Sometimes I feel like your love is not here. Sometimes I feel like, oh. Sometimes I feel like, oh. Sometimes I feel like, bitch, I work too hard. Sometimes I feel like you treat me like a little boy. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to hear that noise. We going back and forth. I said we going back and forth. Sometimes I feel like I should treat you like one of them whores. Sometimes I feel like fucking kick you out the door. Sometimes I feel like you don't love me no more. Sometimes I feel like love ain't living here no more. And if I try to let this shit out, it sweat out of me like my pores. Why the fuck open? And maybe you can fucking see that I'm doing better than what you wanted me to. And maybe I should be by myself and not with you. And then you go and tell people lies and they don't want to hear my truth. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to lose my heart loving you. Sometimes I feel like my soul broken in two. Sometimes I feel like, bitch, I don't want to talk to you. Sometimes I feel like, and that's just the motherfucking truth. Sometimes I feel like you don't love me no more. Sometimes I feel like love don't live here no more. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to deal with you no more. Sometimes I feel like pack my shit, I'm out the door. Sometimes I feel like, oh. Sometimes I feel like, oh. Sometimes I feel like, oh. I don't want to be here with you no more. And love don't live here no more. They want pain mirrors, I give it to them. They don't want to listen to me talking. They don't want to hear me do it. I tried to put you above everybody, but it went enough. And that's the reason why when I love tough. I put people before my motherfucking self when I was a little boy. I used to feed the whole house and not get a plate. Somebody tell me that I'm lying. Y'all don't know what the fuck on my mind. I try to talk to her sometime, but that bitch don't want to sit down. Gotta roll me another 1.5. I got so much shit up on my mind. Sit in a dark room all day and cry. I swear y'all don't know how I feel inside, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to be here with you no more. Sometimes I feel like love just don't live here anymore. Sometimes I feel like I should pack my shit and leave out the door. Sometimes I feel like, sometimes I feel like, oh. Sometimes I feel like.